What's good? What it do? You already know who it is. It's UKNOOo TV up in this mug. You heard me? Now check this, right? I got a story for y'all tonight. Like a paranormal story. You know what I mean? I don't know if people believe in like seeing ghosts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I always knew there was like, you know what I mean, spirits slinging around, but to actually go through it and to witness it, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But I went through it. You know what I mean? I went through it, and I didn't think she liked me. I didn't think she liked me at all. You know what I mean? I didn't think she liked me. But let me take these off. I didn't think she liked me. Okay? She was always doing some weird shit to me and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So this is my paranormal story, man. But before I get into that, you already know what I gotta get into, right? You already know what I gotta get to. I gotta get to this right here.
I ride around with the pistol on the side. I blow it down, put the power to the sky. We coming through, you niggas gotta have what it do, you know it's homicide.
Spitting stupid, reckless thoughts got me feeling hectic. That's life for your ass. Grow up fast, learn the ways of these streets. Envy's always lurking, devils out, weak soul searching.
Yeah. So this is my paranormal story, right? Ghost story. Me witnessing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. This ghost is the first experience. So I let me start you off from the beginning. I was living in like a studio apartment at first, right? I was there for like a year and a half. Then I got accepted for this apartment buildings. You know what I mean? So I moved there. I had to say I was there for about 6 months. I was there for about 6 months. And the reason why I was there so short, 5 months. The reason why I was there so short is because I already had an apartment in a house in Boston, Mass. You know what I mean? So I got this one in Maine, and they was like, you know what I mean, in order for you to keep this apartment, you have to give up the one in Mass because it's housing also. So, you know what I mean? I wanted to keep my Mass apartment so when I go down for like appointments to see the fam, see my kids, friends, you know what I'm saying, go down for events and stuff like that, I want to keep my apartment so when I go down, I got a place to stay. So they told me, the apartment in Maine told me that, Lewiston, Maine told me that, you know, you gotta figure out what you gonna do, which housing you gonna keep. We giving you 10 days. So I'm like, okay, I'll let you guys know. So immediately after I talked to them on the phone, you know what I mean, I went on Marketplace, on Facebook, started looking for apartments, and I found the apartment. I looked at it, I looked at it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hit the guy up. Talked to my girl about it. Then I was like, I'm gonna hit the guy up. So I hit the guy up. I'm gonna hit the person up. I didn't know if it was a guy or not. I'm gonna hit the person up. So I hit the person up, and they was like, yeah, come take a look at it. So my girl was down at the time because she lived like an hour away from me. Yeah, I mean, we wasn't moved in together yet, nothing like that. She lived like an hour away from me, so she was down when I went to go see it. It was on a weekend. I went to go see it that Saturday because they called me that Friday. So that Saturday, spoke to the person, went to go see it. So me and her went to go see the apartment. You know what I mean? We looked at it. It was a nice apartment. It had a lot of storage space. You know what I mean? Excuse me. One bedroom because my kids are older. Excuse me. My kids are older now, so you know what I mean? I ain't had no little ones, and she has no kids, so you know what I mean? It worked out great. So we went to go see it. You know what I mean? Fell in love with it. Like, all the apartments nice, you know what I mean? We got a back porch, we got the little yard in the back, you know what I mean? Spots for our cars, off-street parking. In case when it snows, we don't have to move our car, nothing like that. So it was great. Then, you know what I mean? It was a guy. He accepted us to move into the apartment. And we moved in. We moved in like a week early than we were supposed to, but we moved in. You know what I mean? I gave the housing, you know what I mean, my 30-day notice. Because, as I said, they gave me 10 days. So I found the apartment within that day. You know what I mean? So we moved in, you know what I mean? We started moving in, and a girl was like, when there's something here. I can feel something here. You know what I mean? Now, let me pause that for a second and let me get into my girl. So, my girl, she can, like, feel spirits and shit. You know what I mean? She can feel spirits. She can tell if there's a ghost in the house or anything like that. Like, if it's a male or female. She could tell that shit. Like, at first, I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Brushing the shit off. Okay, I believe in spirits and shit, but, you know what I mean? I ain't never really experienced that shit where I live. So, I was like, okay. You know what I mean? I ain't paying no mind. So, you know what I mean? We in the crib. We moved in and everything, and you know what I mean? I said a couple weeks went by. You know what I mean? We're enjoying the crib. You know what I mean? A couple weeks went by, and she was like, the pin just came out of the, you know what I mean, the pin holder and dropped on her toaster oven. One morning while she was making a coffee and shit. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, it came out. Okay. You know what I mean? Brush that off. So it was another day. She came, she was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Another pin came up out the toaster oven, and I actually watched it lift up, you know what I mean, and come out, and it fell right there. I'm like, alright. You know what I mean? Once again, I brushed that off, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I ain't experiencing nothing, so it's just you. You know what I mean? So one day I'm in the bathroom, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, brushing my teeth, washing my face and shit. Then I go to use the bathroom. Like how our bathroom was, it was like the apartment was set up weird. Like how our bathroom was, there was like a door right there in our bathroom, which leads out to, you know, the back porch. You know what I'm saying? And I had the door closed. There's a ceiling fan in our kitchen above our table, our kitchen table. So there's a ceiling fan. Of course, we kept that on because we like how it circulate the air and, you know what I mean, the fan right there. Especially when cooking and everything like that. But, yeah. So I had the door closed. I'm doing everything, using the bathroom. And I just felt like this gust of wind come by me. Cold wind. Cold air. So I'm like, I looked at the door, like, door's closed. Like, the air from the ceiling fan and the wind from the ceiling fan is not going to come in here. Because the door's closed. That's weird. So I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? I ain't say nothing about it. Then it was like one night I'm sitting in the living room, you know, ceiling fan, got the ceiling fan in the living room. Now, okay, we had the ceiling fan in the living room and the ceiling fan in like the kitchen where it was like as soon as you come in the house, there's a kitchen, the biggest space for us to have the table. You know what I mean? In the kitchen. Then you go into the bathroom, living room. Then you go in the other room. There's the laundry room, and then the bedroom. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the living room one night. It had to be like after 12. You know what I mean? And there was blinds, like the plastic blinds that you could open up and stuff like that, and spread it apart so the blinds will open up like that. And there's one in like the main thing, it opens up like that, and it, you know what I mean? So now I mean the ceiling fan's on low. I'm watching TV, all I heard was I look over at the window that was right there. Usually we have it open, so I put a fan in so you know what I mean, get more air, but it wasn't open, and the blinds was like, I looked over, they were moving. Now they like moving like this, dangling. Like somebody just hit it. And I wasn't next to it. So I'm like, you know what I mean? That's kind of weird. Like, what the hell? Because my girl, she goes to bed early. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, nobody was next to it. That fan ain't going to do that because it never did it before. If you have the ceiling fan on, the blinds won't even move. So it was like, then you see it like shaking back and forth. So I'm like, all right, the hell? So I go to bed, you know what I mean, get up, tell my girl about the story. She's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So I say a couple nights after that, like, how our room is, we have a window right there, and then there's a window on the side with our dresser, the TV on, and I have a circulation fan, a black fan that circulates like that. You know what I mean? And our bed is way back there, so the fan is all the way at the window. Like, you could feel it coming up, but you could barely feel it sometimes. So I'm laying on my side, pointing towards the door. You know what I mean? I felt something blow in my face, like a hard blow. I'm like, what the fuck? So she blew in my face. Now that I was like, okay. That next morning, I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Told my girl the situation. She was like, I told you when we move in here, there's something in here. And I feel like it's a little old lady. A little old lady? I'm like, okay. Alright, a little old lady. So, I got cool with the neighbor that was beside us, and we got cool with the neighbor that was in front of us. And then the lady that had just moved in the house right next to us. So I'm like, okay. So, like, I had my boy over, he brought his girl over, so it's just me, him, my girl, and me. Him, his girl, me and my girl. We at the table, as I said, there's a ceiling fan on top, right? But you can't feel the air that's coming down. So we there chilling. My boy brought over like Budweiser and shit, cause that's what he drink. My redneck homie, shout out to you, Cash. You know what I mean? He brought over like Budweiser for him and his girl to drink. I already had some yak with me, some liquor, and I had my beer that I drink. Now they got the little cans and shit. Now his girl drunk a can. I guess she didn't finish it because she said it was still like that much in it, but it was warm. She didn't like it warm. He was drinking. You know what I mean? We sitting there talking. She opened a new can, put it there. The other can that was old slid across the table and stopped next to the other can. And we like, what the hell? Like, so we was like, nah, trying to bring up our own theories of how that may have moved and whatnot. So we like, maybe it's the ceiling fan. We try to put it back, then it moved. Yeah, I mean, we trying to come up with all type of theories of why that can could have moved right there. Yeah, I mean, and there's that much bearing still inside. So the can is still heavy. It's not like it's like a light can. It still got some beer in it. So we were like, alright, you know what I mean? We let that go. You know what I mean? Later on that night, my girl goes to bed. I'm still in the living room sitting down, but I'm like up on the couch more because, the coffee table's right there. I'm breaking up. You know what I mean? About to roll my joint, and I felt something pressed behind me. I look back. There's nobody there. But it just pressed on the couch behind me. I felt the hand press on it. You know what I mean? Like anybody will feel something pressing on the couch or pressing next to you. Like you'll feel that dent going, that impretation. So I felt that behind me, and I look back, there's nothing behind me. Like the only thing that was behind me was like the table where I got my computer and my music stuff on. So there's nobody behind me, and there's like a little row where you can go behind. I have my 2 chairs back there, not behind me. So I'm like, damn. I told her about that next morning. She was like, I'm telling you, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. So like a couple of days after, I go out to my car. You know what I mean? I seen the old guy, the neighbor. His name Roy. I seen the neighbor. I mean Ray. His name Ray. I seen the neighbor. You know what I mean? It's just him and his wife that live there. The kids are older. You see them coming by. But I asked him, I was like, yo, have like anybody died in this house or something like that? He goes, haha. I'm like, what? He was like, people that lived there, you know what I mean, was this older short lady, which my girl described. She's an older lady, short. You know what I mean? My girl never seen this person. You know what I mean? But that's the energy she felt when we moved into that house. She was like, we're not alone. There's somebody here, and I feel like it's a little old lady. That's exactly what she said. I feel like it's a little old lady. So for him to say, yeah, it was an old lady, she was short, you know what I mean? She died Thanksgiving Day on the second floor. Because there's only 2 floors. So she died on the second floor. So I'm like, holy shit. He was like, yeah, like, they lived in that house like 55 years. You know what I mean? And her husband was the type of person that make dentures and shit like that for people. So his office was in the basement. Well, when you go in the office, there's like another room where you see like stuff and there's like powder and shit. But I never knew what the hell that was, and there was a doorbell that goes to the basement. You know what I mean? So I never knew until he told me that the guy was making dentures down there, the old guy. And once she died on Thanksgiving, he moved out because the house, it was too big for him. It was too much. So he moved out. Now I told my girl about this. She was like, see, I told you. I know it was like a little old lady. I know, I told you. When we first moved in here, way before I talked to this guy, the neighbor. She was like, I told you. I was like, yeah, you was right. Like, that's crazy. Like, on Thanksgiving. And my girl was always calling the ghost, like, some weird name or something like that. She was calling her, like, a name. She made up her own name for the ghost and shit. And God told me the lady's name was Claudette. I mean, she lived on 2nd floor. She died on Thanksgiving Day. So he was like, oh, that's funny, like, because 2nd Street is, like, filled with ghosts The place down the street had like a ghost in there. But that's a different story. So I told her about it. She was like, yeah, see, I told you. You know what I mean? I told you, like, it was a little old lady. Now, she was like, nah, I know her name and shit on Thanksgiving. I'm going to leave her a plate out. And I'm like, what you mean you going to leave her a plate out? Like, what? For real? So, she goes to work that morning and, I mean, everything was cool. So, a couple of days later, I mean, she goes to work that morning and usually I sleep with my face pointing towards the door to see out, like, cause you gotta come in. I'm facing that way. I sleep right on the edge of the bed, right there. So I turn my back. At first, before I turned my back, the fan wasn't on and the circulation fan wasn't on in our room. So, and we have no ceiling fan, but I heard. Because we got the blinds in our room off both windows. I look, nigga, you know what I mean? The blinds is flapping side to side. So I turned around and I slapped facing the blinds to secure the door again. Then I felt something press on the bed, like on my back, because I'm facing the blinds, but normally I'm facing the door. So I'm pressed on the back, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? You know what I mean? Then after that, like, stuff just kept going wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my dog, I got a video of it. I'll post that video. My dog was, like, looking at the door. Shorty filmed it because the dog was going crazy, barking at that spot. Just nonstop barking, looking over there. And he was, like, really upset how he's barking. His hairs in the back was standing up, and he's looking at the door, barking. And in the video, it seemed like you see like a little shadow, like go by to the bathroom, and the dog went and followed it, still barking. And for 3 days, this dog was uneasy, like he just wasn't right for that 3 days, and then he went back to normal. And then, you know what I mean, stuff kept going wrong, like the shower joint. It's like one of those showers you take off. You got the long string on it, like you can shower your back and everything like that. The shit burst out of nowhere. This burst. Water went everywhere. Called the landlord. Told him about that. Then he can't fix it. But he's making a joke. Oh, maybe it's the ghost. It's Claudette doing this to y'all. Then the spray thing for the kitchen sink burst and it started leaking. He's like, oh, maybe it's, you know what I mean, the ghost. I mean, because he ain't experienced it. So he's going off what we're telling him. So to him, it's funny because he haven't experienced it. You know what I mean? So, oh, maybe the ghost. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? You joke around with it, but, like, we're actually going through it. I'm the one that's getting, like, harassed by this ghost because it's not doing nothing to my girl. It's not doing nothing. I'm the one that's getting harassed. It's blowing in my face. It's doing all this, pressing behind me and stuff like that. Like, it's not doing anything to her. It's all on me. So I'm like, the hell? Like, nah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah. So then, you know what I mean? The landlord ended up selling the building. They got us into a better apartment where we at right now. But yeah, that's my paranormal story, man. Ghosts are real. If you don't believe and if you go through it, you will find out for yourself. But ghosts are real, man. Thank God the ghost didn't follow us here. You know what I mean? And then to come to find out when we was moving, about to move, like, found out that the lady that died in the building, her husband just had died that year before we was about to move. So we ain't know I ain't know if he's gonna come back here. You know what I mean? To me, I was like, oh, the ghosts ain't mess with you. They mess with me. You know what I mean? Like, the ghosts don't like black people, shit like that. Like, I didn't know what the case was. I just know the ghost just kept messing with me, and I was over it. So when we moved where we're at now, there's no ghosts. The ghost didn't follow us here. I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean? Because that was crazy. Like, it was just too much happening to me. And my boy had experience in the bathroom where he was like, oh, something happened in the bathroom, knowing it was the ghost. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm in a better spot now. No ghosts. Thank you. But that's the story of my first ghost encounter, paranormal experience. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any feedback on this? Leave your comment in the comment section. Please, please, please like, you know what I mean? Like this video, share, and I hope y'all subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all. It's UKNOOo TV.